Good afternoon, everyone. You are all welcome to Heart with Aisha Bagudu, a program hosted by Malpai Foundation. Today, we have a special guest, Council of Nigerian Youth Advocate. You are welcome once again. As our host, today we have a very important topic to discuss. We are talking about youth, and as a youth council, I think we have a lot of things to discuss. National Youth Council of Nigeria have been doing a great thing in terms of supporting youth and speaking up for Nigerian youth. In this session today, we are trying to discuss the challenges young people face and how we can create a better opportunities for them to feel like education, skills, how young people can make a difference in their communities will be part of our discussion today. Let's share. The purpose of the gathering is to share ideas, learn from one another, and work together to bring a brighter future for our younger generation. Thank you all for joining us. Once again, I remain Habib Sani. I'm the program coordinator of the foundation.
He tried.
I am Umar Anjuma by name, a staff of Malpai Foundation and a development partner.
Ambassador Haruna A.K. Gambar, the President of the Council of Nigerian Youth Advocate.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ike Chukwude. I'm the Southeast Coordinator from Abia State.
Muhammad Abdurazak Sani is my name, Director of Research, Nigerian Youth Advocate.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Oji Eukaria Transformed. I'm the Assistant Secretary, Council of Nigerian Youth Advocate.
Thank you very much. I'm Charles Folayan. I'm a youth development strategist, a politician, and a young entrepreneur. I help government on the issue of youth matters. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Abdelhafiz Yusuf Show. I'm in charge of digital literacy here in Malpai Foundation. Thank you, and nice to have you here with us.
Good day, everyone. My name is Ahigbe John Osagie. I'm a business consultant.
Good afternoon. My name is Hadiza Mahmouda. I'm the Financial Secretary for Malpai Foundation. It's good to have you on this August occasion. We hope this will give us an avenue to foster development, ideas, and solutions. Thank you.
My name is Aisha Bagudu. I'm the founder of Malpai Foundation. I welcome you here to today's heart-to-heart talk with Aisha Bagudu. On this program, we discuss genuinely. We talk about the problems, and then we look for solutions. Now, today, I think we're going to discuss about youth and youth problems and the challenges that youths are facing here in the country. We always talk about youth. But what do we understand by the youth, or how do we help the matters that the youths are going through? How do we come about the solution? How do we help? Most of the time we talk about youth and their problem. No one is saying this is the solution or this is how we go about it. We're always looking for the government to solve an issue. But what I understand is we are all government. We cannot say we are waiting for our leaders to solve our problem. You can't be sleeping and be praying that God help me when you are not going out there to look for what to eat or to look for the help yourself. God can only guide you and help you through someone if you are not willing to help yourself. So I think the matter is we should discuss and also look for a solution. Our solution might be right and it might be wrong. Some people might agree with us and some people might disagree with us. So on today's topic, on the crisis the youths are facing, we're looking for solutions and how do we go forward? Because I always believe that we, the youths, let me put myself in the youths today, we are the tomorrow's leaders and we are tomorrow's parents, we are the tomorrow's future. It doesn't start today and end tomorrow. We are thinking of next tomorrow as well. So who is going to start the conversation? Who is opening the floor for us? Should we start with you?
As I said earlier, and to introduce myself, the President of the Council of Nigerian Youth Advocate. We appreciate for this great opportunity and time, Your Excellency, which you have given us as the youth to have the heart-to-heart conversation with you this afternoon. And we have been following your activities for quite some time, and which is connected, similar to what the Council of Nigerian Youth Advocate is doing in terms of bringing the youth out of the street. Because when you look at the challenges the Nigeria is facing today, is because lack of proper education or proper care, or the government have paid less attention to the youth. But what we are here is to bring the solution to the youth, that we are the solution to the problem where Nigerian youths are facing today. And some only believe that having a collar job is the best, but white collar job, is the best. But today, you may even have somebody working with as a civil servant while he's having business elsewhere, doing. But some of our youth don't have this mindset. But they believe, think of how to make quick money and that's all. And which has landed so many youths into problem, So, but in the Council of Nigerian Youth Advocates, what we are doing to ensure that those youths causing problems, most of them, they are in the communities, in the grassroots. And some of them, you will see that some are educated, some are not even educated. And what do we do? As long as all of us cannot be part of white-collar job, what are we supposed to do? We have been campaigning to ensure we have gone around the 36 states, and we have zonal coordinators, 6 zonal coordinators, where there will be monitoring. We have this program which we initiated last year, community farming, where youth can be educated. When they go back to farm, they can make more money. And this is what we are doing. And this year, again, we're going to go around the 6 geopolitical zones to ensure that those youths they have fun, they engage themselves. When they make money, they get the produce from the farm, get the crops. After harvesting, they will sell it and make their money. So most of the problem is the youths are engaged into, some of them, drug abuse. How do we bring them out from this? Bringing initiatives like what Her Excellency she's doing right now. And it's part of our activities also, and we so much cherish what she's doing. I think that's what, for now, if there's anyone. Thank you. God bless you.
You want to add?
Okay. Thank you very much. When you talk about youth challenge, it is of 2 faces. the one that is created by the youth and the one that is bedeviled, or the youths are inherited, like inherits or that are facing. Now, firstly, there is a reaction to every action. By the time you talk of problem that the youth are creating, it may be as a result of the pressure faced by the one that they are bedeviled with. Firstly, let me come in from the aspect of education. Our fathers we see today, we were informed or we read how they were treated in their own days in schools. How some of them took to the streets to protest in the famous Ali Must Go protest. Maybe because their square meal, in the school feeding program was reduced from what it used to be. And suddenly they felt the need.
What do you mean by the school program feeding?
We were reliably informed that in those days, there were school feeding that our own parents in those days, they feed them in schools.
Okay.
But this generation, as we are as young people now in this country, we are not asking government, the young people of this generation are not asking government to feed them. What we are saying is that with our own money, give us quality education. But it is also very difficult for us to get, which has thrown many children.
But do you feel that it's the fault of the government that there is no quality education?
Maybe at the course of the discussion, we should be able to know.
Okay.
We should be able to know. Because at that point, a lot of children were deprived from going to school, maybe because they cannot afford. You agree with me that last year we have a series of increments in tuition fees across many universities in Nigeria.
Not only university.
Polytechnic, colleges of education, which has made some students,
No, I'm talking about even the primary school and nursery school. They are all increment of school fees. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not only universities.
Not only universities. And of course, all of these have resultant effects on the interest of these children going to school. And of course, we have seen the importance of education, of educating a child. You have stated that the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. But we believe we are not just leaders of tomorrow, but the drivers of the change today that are critical to the development process. And anything for us without us is against us. So if they have the youth in mind, I think the government have to carry out a conscious effort, in investing in education. And not that to ensure you also supervise that what you are investing in education, it is used or utilized for that purpose. We have seen states where the budgetary allocation for the renovation of the government house is even higher than the budgetary allocation to education. And we have also seen states that the budgetary allocation to education is huge, but at the cost of the governance, you will not feel the effects of these resources that is allocated to education on the life of the students or the people of that very state. So it is not about government allocating funds, but how do you monitor to ensure that these funds you are allocating is utilized for that purpose? So let me just stop in this angle of education, because when we try to talk about the challenges of young people, they are numerous. There are lots of them out there. So, but let me just stop at this for now. Thank you. Okay.
Me, I believe government contribution to youth development should be 60%. Because on paper, they say government is for the people, for the people, to the people, and by the government of the people, for the people, to the people. So if like the countries we practice, as we took example from democracy to, let's say they have good amenities, social amenities. They provide a lot of things for the youth to survive, because a youth is somebody that needs advice, needs help to develop. And when there's no social amenities to make that youth develop and become the best of his, there'll be problems. So I believe the government should put more effort on how to see how the youth, which is the leaders of tomorrow, will become the best. There will be competition. But instead, the way it goes is as if the youths are lag behind. We see.
What do you mean by the youths are lag behind?
Okay.
Yeah.
Since 1960 till now, there have been leaders that have been harming the affairs of government. They'll be 60, 70. They won't allow the youth.
But it's a universal thing. It's not only in our country.
The basic communities in other countries are better. Yeah.
No, I disagree with that. Yeah, I disagree in the situation of you saying that in other countries is better. So we assume. Yeah, so we assume. Sometimes you notice that what we have here is a blessing. It's just that we don't utilize it to the best of our ability. So that's why when you said, and I don't believe that 100% is, I'm not saying the government don't have their faults, but I'm not saying 100% is the fault of the government completely. We cannot not just blame the government without us claiming our own fault in. Yeah.
No, there's this principle. There's this principle I know is that the leader is equal to his people.
Yes.
If the government is corrupt, the people are corrupt.
Yeah, corruption is more with the people than the government.
Yes, I believe that.
By the way, the government.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. How do we even define who is the government?
It's the people.
Like man. Like state, like man. So when you enter a society, just look at the people. From there, you can.
It's the government. So whose fault now? It's the people. Who are the people? Our elders, our parents.
I think, I'm so sorry.
Good afternoon, everyone. Coming from a psychological angle, because I'm a psychological expert.
So you're studying us now.
Let's take it away from the government. Let's bring it back home. And home is all of us seated here. Youth challenges is something that is much prevalent, especially in our contemporary dispensation. And the sad part of the whole thing is no one can hide it from the faces of all of us, because we all are a part of the challenges the youth is facing. Every one of us seated here have that challenge in our hands. And what is it? Our mobile phones. Social media content creation has proven to be 85% of why the youths are suffering indiscipline today. Now, let's not stretch the core part and importance of discipline. As a young child, when you grow from a disciplinarian home, you tend to stand out in the society. And when you stand out in the society, you become the leader which everyone runs to. And when they run to you, they get solution. So youth challenges in our contemporary dispensation is not something that will be eroded, especially with the influx of social media and the social apps. We are talking about individual as a youth. You are an individual, I am an individual. You have your heart, I have my heart. I don't know what's going on in your heart. I don't know what's going on in my heart, right? In Western countries, you wake up and you hear somebody picked up a gun go into a school and shoot up the whole place. These are not ordinary. These are psychological defects. So challenges in the society is not a government affair. I keep saying it. The challenges we have as a country is we, the individual. What background did you grow from? And when you leave that background, who are you? Because that is the most important thing. When you leave home, who are you? So let us look at the angle of social media and see how we can be able to tame ourselves within that community. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon once again. And there is no issue that being brought like this topic, youth, is always scare me actually. Because when we talk about youth problems or youth challenges, they are very enormous. We are deep inside. When we look around us, we look at the society, it's part of the problem. It's the main problem. But from sociological angle, the youth sprout from the society, from the family, community, and the society. So, even from the parenting angle, if there is any deficiency in training, in moral upbringing, it affects the family, the community, and society at large. So, or even when we talk about leadership, it starts from there. We have many youth at the helm of public affairs, and they have been experimented and we have seen the results. So it's a kind of generic problem that existed in our society. And if you want to handle this issue, you have to look at the role of the stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? The way I mentioned, from the family, the society, our traditional settings, from the government as an institution, we have a role to play. And most importantly, is the person himself that's claimed to be the victim, that is the youth. Because if I don't accept that I'm in problem, nobody will assist me. I cannot be even given a leadway to find a solution or safe landing to my problem. It's like a person drawing in the water. If you don't accept that that person is drawing, nobody will save him. And even the person that tried to save him has to be very tactical and very careful. When you look at from our security to economic problems, in Nigeria in particular, the center stage is the youth. You can say the victims and they are the problems. You take banditry, for instance, who are the foot soldiers? We can claim any conspiracy theory, being sponsored, being lead, but who are the foot soldiers? They are the youth. So there is a gap in that from parenting up to the stage of the society, community, society, and at the government level. So all stakeholders must work together to find a solution to this problem or challenges youth are facing. We are part of the problem. We give maybe 80% contribution to the problem because the failure of leadership lies solely on the youth. All right, thank you. Maybe I'll take another shot.
Thank you, Mark. First, let me appreciate the, MAPA Foundation for this noble engagement. I've been part of this previously, and I know that, the energy and the things we feel about it. So we most sincerely appreciate the, foundation for doing this. It's a high opener, it's an educative, an interactive session. So for my comments to what is happening, I wouldn't want to look at me as myself. I'm not representing government, so my opinion is mine. But I would like to say, so this might also throw us a bit of balance. My question, who are the youths? most of the characteristics we are trying to bring out, things we are trying to talk about the youth. So we don't talk about depriving adults, thinking that we are talking about depriving young people. The definition of youth itself varies. However, there is a direction that all of it is pointing to. You are aware that in the United Nations of today, a youth are young people below the age of 25 years.
Yeah.
In the African Youth Charter, youth is defined as people between the age of 18 to 35. In Nigeria, the last national youth policy of Nigeria, yet to be reviewed, recognizes people between the age of 15 to 29 as youth. So we need to now find out, are we talking about this age group or we are talking about old youth? Those people are the real youth. But there are also old youth where you and I belongs to. But clearly, by every definition of youth, I'm no longer a youth, right? But you discover that when they are talking about youth, you still see some of the faces there. I have practically denied myself such beatings because I am no longer a youth. I'm rather a youth leader, experienced youth. I'm no longer a youth. So if you can remove this, we are going to be removing the large extent the issue with the young people in Nigeria. So now I say young people, which entitlement mentality is one of it. So somebody who is not a youth is living his responsibility for Nigeria because you look young. You say, yes, I'm a youth. So it's the government that should take.
So I will pass for a youth now.
You are not a youth.
No, I will pass for a youth.
So in that case, so we now need to understand the issue we are talking. So coming down to the issue, the problem of the youth, which are recognized by my definition, is the fundamental problem of the foundation of the young people.
Yes.
So when Our Excellency said it's the solution we're driving at, the first thing in my mind is correcting the foundation. Because if you don't correct the foundation, whatever build on it is not going to stand. Many of us are, met ourselves here, but we grew up in a very faulty foundation level. We lost so many things that we could have picked up before we get to the age. The United Nations Youth Envoy was appointed at the age of 26, overseeing the youth of the entire, so to say, United Nations organization, which means, in most cases, the world. Though we still have some of the countries that are not members of the UN. But that's largely to say the world. And this will take me quickly to sometimes ago in Nigeria, precisely in 1974 or thereabout, a young person I may not be correct with that year, 69 or 74. A young person was appointed, a youth at 25 was appointed the governor of Old River State.
How old was the first military president? Yes.
Was 29.
So
I'm coming to, that's the way I'm driving at. So I asked him, so put General Gowon, put this man, his name is King Alfred Getespeep. He's not a king, he's still alive. I now ask him, personal conversation. Sir, you are governor at 25 years. I'm just imagining it. How come a 25-year-old of today are not even given opportunity to become councillor freely? What is the issue? He said it is not the issue of the government. It is the issue of the youth. He said at 25, I already spent about 7 years in Boys Brigade camp. I've been a member of Boy Scouts. I have served in the Nigerian military to the rank of captain. Wherever I go, said there was a day he was in South Africa as a PA to the then chief of Naval. And then they were talking at the section and he was giving microphone to talk. And he was talking. Yes, my time. So he now said that when he finished talking, everybody was rushing to speak with him because he was too intelligent. So he became governor, not because he was 25, but because he was equipped.
He was matured.
Matured in character, in skills, in knowledge. So the fundamental issue with the young people is the foundation. So I think maybe I've subsequently will be able to discuss in more details.
I feel sometimes we are talking about youth. Sometimes I feel it's a fault of the parents we overprotect our children. Before we allowed I could remember before, your neighbors.
Yes.
And in the evening, all of you will come out and play.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, we don't have that.
Yeah.
You don't even know your neighbor. We are overprotecting our children for what? And we don't allow our children to explore themselves.
Mm-hmm.
We feel, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. Or this person is a bad person, or this person is after me. If they can't get me, they will get my children. I think this is me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying generally. I feel maybe that's why we are not allowing the kids to be who they are.
Okay, so Ma, thank you very much for that point. Just in a few minutes, no, few seconds. This is still happening unknowingly to you. So, and this is one of the issues that is affecting young people. Somebody was going to that direction when he was talking about the psychological aspect of it. I don't know if we have done research. An organization in Nigeria has done research to say that more than 80% of Nigerians has a mental health issues. So we are going there. So when the mental health is not stable, what do you get from it? Now, Ma, the same meeting you are having that time with the children, that was the best. You can see who they are meeting with. But it's still happening today. But they don't know who they are meeting with. And I'll give you an example. So this is who they are meeting with. I believe if somebody is sitting as we are seated here, Igbo is popular, marijuana, and there are 5 as we are talking. They are smoking. We will not want to sit where they are. We say, you can see we are talking now. But our children are sitting with them on the social media. So somebody posts on social media, happy birthday to the president of Nigeria. And someone is in his house, has taken like 5 bars of Igbo, just place. What? You just type, what foolish president? Get out. Somebody reading it thinks that a normal person has typed. But in the reason it's not. So somebody now feel, why are you talking like that? At least our president. You are interacting with a heavy smoker who is out of his sense. So that's why social media space now has brought people, both sane and insane, together to begin to have conversation without you being able to identify, is this person sane or is insane? So that is the issue. Ma, continuously, this insanity is what pays now. Because the more you can post things that are, so to say, unreasonable, irrelevant, useless, the more you are paid. Because it is the more people go and watch what you're. So the meeting is still happening. How do we correct it is another thing. And I think, if you allow me, I can pass.
That is another topic of the
Somebody has been talking about the social media. And personally, I believe social media is a double-edged sword. This is David. I don't think with social media, David will be doing what he's doing today. He's fully employed. He's paying his bills. He's standing on his own. Because of social media, we cannot just come and categorically what would I say, kill social media. Personally, I have made more money in my life on social media than in real life. Yes, that's the reality. And there are people out there doing the same things. I know people earning legitimately because of social media. We are in a generation where I can sit down in Nigeria and be working for a consultant abroad. It's called work from home. We all know this. This won't be possible without social media. So social media is not our enemy. We are not the only country in the whole world that has social media. We have youths in China that is social media. But the problem is, how do they use it? We now come back to the same foundation we are talking about. For example, today, if you go to, we always discuss with my friend, open TikTok today, go to India page, open their TikTok. What will you see? You see people working hard. Their contents are about production, sweating. Go to China, open their social media. What will you see? Technology, advancement, things. But once you come back to Nigeria, what will you see? It's a different ballgame. It's Gwanja. Check your bomb everywhere. So it's just reality. It's just a mirror. It's not social media problem. That is our own society.
So you're coming back to what he is saying.
Foundation.
He said someone will be smoking his Igbo. and then decide that someone posts something, happy birthday, if I'm right, that's what you said. And then he will just look at it while his Igbo is telling him something in his head.
Yes.
That why will they wish this person happy birthday?
Yes.
I'm the one that they're supposed to. Or why are you wishing this useless man?
Not to mention why he's smoking Igbo.
No, you see,
You can't determine.
The youth smoking Igbo, you don't know why he's smoking Igbo.
okay, so
Let me learn. You know, we are in a generation today where most of us, the youths, they lack guidance. We lack mentors. You know, you're talking about children spending more times with their household, not with their parents. I didn't go that way. But today, there's a sad reality. The dad is hustling, mom is hustling. I grew up in when your neighbor can correct you. Today, nobody corrects anybody. If you even touch another person's child, you might land in the police station. So I want us to go back to that foundation. There's something wrong with our foundation. We have a fundamental problem. It's just like a building. You cannot raise a building with a faulty foundation. Our problem is the foundation. Let's go back to the society. We have misplaced something. There's something wrong in the foundation. I don't see it as a social media. No, there's something is wrong. I always say Nigeria is not the only country that uses social media. Why is our own different? Something is wrong. Something is fundamentally wrong, either from the society, religion, government, or our education. Each of this one is a topic on its own. If you take, let's say, education, you agree with me now that the education we are practicing today in Nigeria is we are doing what some people did in 1801. It's dead.
Dead on arrival.
So where are we going with this education? Where are we going?
it's contestable.
Let me just do soft landing here.
I feel it's not all about education or social media. I feel it's all about great expectations. People expect a lot of things, maybe from the youth, from the parents, from society in general. We all feel, I should be at this level, at this certain age. We don't allow for the time, experience. Before we used to have experience, like we all know your neighbor can correct you, an elder can correct you. Walking past, you greet your elder. But nowadays, they'll just pass like, hi. And like, I don't accept hi. We'll have problem, we'll have issue. And you correcting someone's child, they'll feel, I need to correct my child, not you. But growing up, we grew up with this saying, love your, spare the child and spoil the rod.
Spare the rod.
Yeah, but now it's not happening.
True.
My daughter, she was talking to me. She did something. I said it's bedtime. She's like, she just went to the door and came back. You don't love me. I said, no, I love you. Why would you say that? So she kept quiet, and she's just 4, but going on 100 or 40. So I asked her, why would you say that? That she wanted to play. She hasn't finished her play. She wants her 5 minutes. I'm like, but I allowed you. Your bedtime is 8:30 and now it's 9. I have given you that space to play and you're still saying it's not enough. Let's go and sleep. After crying, then she apologized. But nowadays, you're like, no, on normal circumstances, I'll feel bad. Oh, she said she doesn't love me. I'll go back and hug her. Well, come, let's go and sleep. You cry and then you finish. But then I feel parents were not equipped with all the knowledge of parenthood, parenting method. We go by the rule books. We're taking from maybe parents, what they did, and maybe society or norms have changed. And I think that is part of the problem, that not only social media, education, I think it's more of expectations about a lot of things. I think that is part of the problems.
Okay, I think in the course of development, we jump some staircase. When you are in nursery, and then you skip primary to secondary, you're going to have a problem. And that's what's happened to us. Social media came, and then we hopped on it without really, Nigerians, we don't read terms and conditions. We just, So that's what actually happened. We jumped some, you have to pass through that process. And then, like a lot of us have said, we're always in a hurry. We don't wait to get equipped. And then also coming down, I grew up in the 80s. And then I know how we were raised. And right now, it's not like that. It's not, everything has changed. And then we're actually given time to do sports, even in school. We had fun while schooling. It was fun, honestly. I'm not saying they are not having fun now, but there is a lot that is wrong. And then, but the bulk of the fault goes to the parents. Parents have like 90-something% too, because we have failed. We have not fixed the family properly. Everybody we have more respect for money. Yes, that is why what they are getting, the little parent, maybe a mother owns a little shop near the house, kiosk, near the neighborhood, at the neighborhood, and the father works somewhere and comes home. Sometimes he will stay some days, maybe without returning, because he wouldn't want to spend much money. And then the woman feels she needs more. And then, like, okay, I think I don't want to do this. Let me also join in the money making, and then forgetting the children. And these children now have free for all. They have rights to do whatever they want to do. I just came back from a trip, and I saw very little children doing Yahoo, less than 15 years. Yes. And then it has gotten to the level whereby other parents will be telling their other children, like, so it's about money. There is nothing.
No value.
It's about money. And when I was growing up, when I say 80, I'm not even talking about late 80s. You understand? So I'm talking, at least we are like the last beautiful generation that I don't.
So you're trying to say the Gen Zs are not beautiful generation? They will come after you. Me, I'm here.
Let me say, it is this name they keep giving them that is making them feel like they are. Let me tell you. And let me tell you, listen, my brother, listen. Those days, parents, when you have a grandmother, in fact, the knowledge of your mother is still not even enough. Your grandmother sometimes comes around, and then they sit you people down and they tell you people things. They share that knowledge from there down. Right now, it's not like that anymore. No knowledge. In fact, they don't give you any knowledge anymore. It's about money. Everything they are training you is about money. Before, when we see a copper in our environment, wow, everybody wants to be like that.
No respect.
There is respect. A teacher, my teacher is dead. Your parents can carry a tuber of yam because of that profession. It was a noble profession. Now, let me tell you, something is going to extinct. Very soon, you see mechanic, you won't see them anymore. You will not see electricians anymore. You know why? Because we are going for fast money. I went to my state. By the grace of God, I have one of the best states when it comes to agriculture. Yes, I'm talking about Edo State. We have anything you put down there is blessed. Not keep planting. Bring any crop, come and put it there.
You can't say your state is
now
blessed.
Everybody should fly there. No, leave your statistics. I'm talking about fact that I know. Statistics. Wait, now people should enter my time. Let me do my time. Oh, wait now, my brother. Let me do my thought. Oh, God. You see, mommy, they don't want me to finish. See now. Oh. See, no, I'm not done. Now, do you know most crops? They plant, most of our youths plant, most people of our farmers, so they plant crop based on the cash it brings.
Yeah.
Not
It's all
people don't do
them.
anything for love anymore. Like, okay, no, we are known for this. This is what we produce. Like, okay, if you come to my farm, we must have banana, plantain. Okay, now this year there is no much. There's no much. Wait. Now there's no more in our place. That's what I'm telling you now. In my place, they are now farming rice, real rice. Do you understand? We make rice, but maybe not in large volume. But right now they've gone because that is what brings money. So now you now allow those other crops that we used to have in Quantum, we have them. They are no longer there. You now be looking for them. You go, what about this? It's not there. This you can't find them anymore. Why? Because they are going for coconut is 800 and something, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
A bag. When my father when he had his own farm, I think it was like 18,000 naira or so. So now you see,
But 80,000 naira then was a lot of money.
That value was not up to 800,000, man.
No, it's fantastic.
You're always contesting. Do you understand? So, so you now find out that we need all of these different crops. These are the things that makes life beautiful. If you are producing onions and I'm making pepper, you need, as much as I need your onions, you need my pepper. So if we all now go, because onion is now expensive, we all now go into onion. What happens to the other? So this is what I'm saying, that a whole lot, what we are about is money. And whenever you make money, your bedrock, whenever you make money, your fabric, you're going to fall. It comes, like even when you're working, those they used to tell us, when you love your job first, and then the money, when you go for the money, you understand. But all of these things, people don't even teach their children anymore. Just be patient, you know. Times are hard now, things are rough. I was watching Facebook today and I saw somebody, a girl was beheaded, a boyfriend, because of fast money. You know, all of these things. And then the social media effect, the effect
I don't
of social
understand.
media.
Reverse, please. I need to ask. I didn't get what you were saying. They beheaded her because of money.
Yes,
Because the guy believed in money ritual. Believing that he wants to use
probably. And do you know, even on social media space, now people tell you when you are the last born and you have money, you become the senior. Where is the value? Where respect? In those days. No, let me see now. Like I said, in those days, see, I have more money, you are my elder brother, you are learned, when you come, I give you, in fact, I stand up from the seat as you come and honor you. I understand, I'm not saying that money does not, it plays a good part, but it does money exchange for your senses, you know, so yes. You guys interrupted me. I must land. This is my land. You understand? I took my time listening to everybody and I was articulate about it. So now, what I want to say is we need to go back to the foundation. And that is where the problem lies.
So you agree?
No, everybody, somehow, we have been going around in circles. But me, I'm just like saying this is my own real point where I'm hitting the foundation. When we get the foundation right, the society will stand. When we get the foundation right, we won't be complaining about now. If I am your governor or I am your minister, or I'm a local government chairman, you are my siblings. What is your target? What are you expecting of me? What do you want me to do? You all want me to take money that does not belong to me. Why? Because the other person did it. So why should it be our turn? It's about money. Nobody cares about integrity. Nobody cares about, I'm a minister and I'm not carrying convoy. I'm not a sinner. Look at that mumuma. In fact, the society even downplay you. The society hates you for not even living up to expectation because of your position. Were you elected there to steal or to work for people? Do you understand? So all of these things, I don't really want to talk about social media much because it's both ways. It has helped and it has its own problem. And then the problem is that parents should check what their children watch. I have GoTV, I have DSTV, but I like watching more of Arabsat. You know why? When they are kissing, nobody sees anything. When they are playing, those people know how to edit it. And I love it. I don't have to check what my children are watching. I don't have to be worried when I'm not around. Yes, they have all of them watching, but because of some of those scenes, the mind can hold things. I remember some things when I was 5 years. I'm telling you, I'll tell you some things when I. So you think.